everybody, and welcome to our top 10 quick comic picks. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is a really short show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that are coming out this week to a local comic book store near you, or over at infinityflux.net. You can go over there right now. These books are live and you can order them. So we've got a great week of books, so let's get into it.
We're going to start with Blood Hunt number 3. This is a big Blood Hunt week, this issue and a whole bunch of tie-ins, but in this one, the heroes have to deal a little bit with Miles' new condition, and then they formulate a three-pronged attack for how to tackle this big problem, and there were some really cool teases about what may come. So just another really cool issue of Blood Hunt, and a really big, cool cliffhanger at the end, just like the other two.
Really cool Captain America scene in that as well. So next up for me, I've got Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age, number 1. This is a return, a big return for the DC Elseworlds stories and revisiting that classic Batman by Gaslight world, the version of Gotham. This is set back in 1893, and there is an exhibit being housed at the Gotham Museum for the Kryptonian Age, a long-lost historical age, but there's a cat burglar that's out to steal something there. I wonder who that is. And a bat-dressed man trying to stop them. There's a lot of fun surprises in this one, and I just love that we're getting back to some really cool Elseworld books.
And next is a new book from Image called Rifters, and this is full of time travel shenanigans. This is set in a world where basically the entire public has access to time travel, which is a dangerous thing. Some jokers, are always going back in time, messing with things. So there is a organization that polices these time crimes, and this is about 2 officers that work for that organization and some time crimes that they have to prevent.
Nothing could go wrong there.
Nope.
Next up for me, I've got X-Men Heir of Apocalypse number 1, a new miniseries that kind of is bridging our gap between the Krakoan era and all of the From the Ashes stuff, because what's going on with Apocalypse, he is now kind of the ruler of Mars, and he wants someone who basically upholds his job of making sure mutants are getting better and remain great on Earth. And so he's pulling 12 mutants together to kind of run a gauntlet about seeing who will be his successor on Earth. But of course, it's not going to go too well when Apocalypse is involved.
And next is X-Men Blood Hunt Jubilee number 1. This is the first of 4 one-shot X-Men books that tie into the Blood Hunt event. Each one of those focus on a different X-Men. This one focuses on Jubilee, and she's basically just traveling around trying to help anyone being attacked by vampires. She does help somebody who's being attacked, but not before they turn into a vampire themselves. But there is a group of good vampires known as the Forgiven that jump in and help her with her struggles.
Next up, a new number 1 from Boom. This is really good. This is Lawful number 1. And in this world, following the rules is everything. Because if you follow the rules, you're fine. If you break the rules, you slowly start turning into a creature. You can see one of our characters on the cover has like a cheetah tail. You get ears, all of that. So how does this society work? And our main character, Sung, has not broken the rules for his entire life, pretty much. Following his father's footsteps. How long can he keep that up? This is a really interesting new world that I hope people try out this new book, Lawful number 1.
And next is Godzilla Skate or Die number 1. This is really fun. It's about these 4 kids who find an abandoned steel factory that they use as a skate park. And they're having a blast with that until one kaiju, this is set in Australia, by the way, one kaiju comes from the west heading east, and another kaiju, Godzilla, comes from the Pacific Ocean heading west, and their collision course is right on the kids' skate park. What is so special about that skate park? We'll have to read to find out.
Next up, another new number 1 from Marvel. It's Scarlet Witch number 1. Now, this is a number 1, but it does kind of continue the previous Scarlet Witch series and the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver miniseries. But in this one, Wanda has expanded her shop. She's hired some new people to work there. But one day, not related to Blood Hunt, the sky rips open and demons fly out of it. But Wanda may have to tap into the Darkhold within her to defend. And what's that going to cause? And there is a new villain in here that's pretty cool.
And last for me is Deadpool Wolverine World War III #2. In this one, we see that Deadpool has been altered by a villain named Delta, and he and Wolverine slug it out for a bit. But they're being watched by a group of rich and powerful people, so it's kind of like their amusement. They eventually get dumped off in the wilderness of northern Russia in the tundra, and they are there for weeks trying to survive. And when they're at their weakest, they're going to have their most fearsome battle yet.
Lastly for me, I've got Ultimate X-Men #4. So in this one, Armor and Maystorm, they're getting a little bit better at their powers, but when Hisako Armor runs into a mysterious person on the street, maybe he's related to this kind of dark specter that's been haunting them. Plus, something happens that may expose their mutant abilities to the world. But who's all watching? You'll have to read it to find out. But another very mysterious entry in Ultimate X-Men with issue #4. And that is it for our top 10 quick comic picks. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, head over to infinityflux.net right now where you can order these books while supplies last. And stay tuned for our longer show coming up where we'll be going over these books, plus a lot more, their variants, all that good stuff coming up very, very soon. So, until next time,
see ya.